Hi, welcome again to this beautiful Wednesday class. I'm very pleased to have you here joining my online class. This class is about exploring the inner world because it's such an amazing world there. And I'm gonna start with a story. So hop on your mat, make it yourself comfortable, close your eyes and listen to this beautiful story about our search. There was once a time when all human beings were gods. But they so abused their divinity that Brahma, the chief god, decided to take it away from them and hide it in a place where it could never be found. In order to find the best spot, however, he needed to hold a council of the gods to help him decide. "Let's bury it deep into the earth," said the gods. And Brahma answered, "No, that will not do, because humans will dig into the earth and they will find it." The gods replied, "Okay, let's sink it in the deepest ocean then." But Brahma said, "No, not there, for they will learn to dive and they will find it." And then the god said, "What about the highest mountaintop, out in the farthest corner of the earth?" But again Brahma said, "No, that will not do either, because they will eventually climb every mountain, scale every peak, search every hidden cave, and once again find and take up their divinity." The rest of the gods, they didn't know anymore as well. They threw up their arms in surrender. "There's no place," they hollered. "The humans will find it, and they will find it anywhere." Brahma was quiet for a time. He thought long and deep. And finally he looked up at the rest of the gods, a knowing twinkle in his eyes. "Here is what we shall do," he said. "We will hide up their divinity deep down in the one place they will surely never look, the very center of their own being." The rest of the gods rejoiced. Of course, it was the perfect place. They all formally agreed on it, and the deed was done. And ages passed, and since that time, humans have been on a desperate and unending search, traveling every corner of the planet, digging, diving, climbing, and exploring, searching for the one thing they know they've lost and just can't seem to find. So let's explore our inner world. What kind of sensations are present? Can you feel your heart beating? Can you feel maybe some tingling sensations, itchy sensations? Can you feel feelings, emotions in your body? Let's explore what else is there. Just sit still and focus. Focus on the breath. Focus on the skin. There's so much to explore, so much. And yet, we get distracted by little things. Gently keep your eyes closed. But with your eyes still closed, you can still see colors. Colors from within. And maybe at one point your leg or your hip or your back starts to hurt. And instead of immediately get frustrated, maybe you can say thank you, as this is part of learning and to get to know your inner world. All the sensations are there. And they're your experience of who you are. And deep under this maybe first superficial layers of sensations, see if you can dig even deeper. What is there? Maybe you can find and feel some lightness, love, pureness, maybe your own inner child. Very slowly, bring both hands together in front of your heart and humbly bow your head towards your heart, knowing that your divinity is there within you. It's in all of us. But often we are too distracted. So let's practice this class to dive deep, and go on. Take that journey within. Maybe you like to put your own personal intention for this class here. And then slowly lifting up the head. Welcome again. We're going to do a lot of forward folds, so there's enough time for you to explore your inner world. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms up. And on an exhale, come into a twist. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, twist over towards the other side. One more time, inhale, up. And exhale, twist. Inhale up and exhale, twist. And then placing your hands on top of the knees, take a deep breath in, really arching the spine, look up. And exhale, pull the navel in, really rounding. Inhale, look up. And exhale, rounding. Inhale up, arching, and exhale, rounding. Very good. So if you're still sitting on something, you can remove that. And just take a couple of nice circling movements here. Exploring your upper body into your hip socket. Closing the eyes and explore. And yes, first we will see all these superficial layers still connected and really together, like a symbiosis, really wiggled into your ego. Nothing wrong with it, but see if you can look beyond it. You're not your pains, you're not your worries, you're not your fear. So if you're all not that, what is it that you are? So see if you can now also turn the other direction. Still just nice, soft, slow, circling movements. Warming up the body here a little bit. It's a fin to YIN class, so we're moving from a vinyasa into a YIN with a lot of forward folds. Forward folds can really help you to more bring the focus more easily inwards. Okay, slowly make the circle smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until you are sitting straight up into your center. Maybe you can still feel some micro movement. No one else from the outside will see it, but you can still feel it. Your very personal, intimate relationship with yourself. Okay, very slowly now come out of this seated position and come to hands and knees. And just start to move freestyle. You can move in any possible direction, what feels good for you, depending on where you are, what you have been doing already today. Moving the spine, spontaneous, in all kind of directions. And then come into a pose of a child, a very nice forward fold to discover your inner world. Just take a couple of deep breaths here. Allowing the body to rest. And don't worry if you're still super distracted. Excuse me. Maybe you're still focused a lot towards the outside world. So give yourself time, patience, and slowly, slowly, every breath, it's a new possibility, a new chance to choose where do you put your focus? What is important for you? And very slowly come up again towards hands and knees, spreading the fingers wide. And then let's tuck the toes and come up into a downward facing dog. You can bend your knee, maybe walk the dog a couple of times on your own. Shake a couple of times, yes, no. Make some funny faces here, contracting, releasing the facial muscles. And sometimes people also feel fear to really make that journey to the inner world. What will we find there? And yes, we will find divinity, but we can also find our biggest fears, and this is part of it. But the journey within is not as scary as the mind let you think it is. It's just the mind telling you, oh, that can be fearful. You'll only meet yourself, really. It's not that scary. Okay, but bend the knees and then slowly look forward, slowly step, all the way forward towards the front of your mat, and have a moment here in this standing forward fold. Really allow your body to just become heavy. Shake your head here again a couple of times, slowly. It can be scary also to really let go of the heaviness of your head. So see if you can dare to really point the top of the head, the crown of the head towards the floor. Let go of any tension in the neck. Let go of your elbows if you were holding them, and then slowly come up, one vertebrae at a time. And then we're here in this upright position, mountain pose. And bringing both hands together in front of your heart. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms up. On an exhale, forward fold and down. On an inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, step back, downward facing dog. And then lifting up the right leg and bringing that right foot all the way forward in between your hands and come up into your high lunge. Placing both hands together in front of your heart in Namaste prayer pose and breathe. Feel the thumbs touching your heart touching your thumbs, and stay and focus onto the center of your body. Slowly come down, both hands down to the floor, and step back into your downward facing dog. Other side, left leg up, and bringing that left foot all the way forward in between your hands, and then come up into your high lunge position, and then bringing your hands in front of your heart. So you can really focus on the center of yourself. And then slowly bring both hands back towards the floor and step back, downward facing dog. And then lowering down the knees. And then see if you can bring your chest and your chin to the floor. And you slide really close to the floor onto your stomach. Take a deep breath in for Cobra. And on an exhale, back into Child pose. And then tucking your toes, spreading the fingers wide, back into your downward facing dog. Bend both knees, look between your hands, step or walk your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale halfway up and exhale forward fold and down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then lifting up the right leg. Bringing that right foot in between your hands and lowering down that left knee. And then slowly brace the weight more into the hips to the back and stretch out the back of the right leg for a hamstring stretch. Inhale here and exhale. Your next inhale, place the weight back into the hips forward. Inhale, hands in front of your heart. And exhale, move your hips backwards, hamstring stretch. Inhale, hands in front of your heart. And exhale, hamstring stretch. And then slowly come back to downward facing dog, hands flat onto the earth, lift up your left knee and slide your right foot back, downward facing dog. Other side, lifting up the left leg, bringing that left foot all the way forward, lowering down that right knee. And then straightening the left leg out. Finding that hamstring stretch here. Take a deep breath in, lengthening the spine. And exhale, forward fold a little bit more over your left leg. On your next inhale, weight is coming forward into the hips, hands in front of your heart. And back, hamstring stretch. Inhale, come up, hands in front of your heart, finding the center. And exhale, back with your hips. Maybe point your toes up for an extra stretch in your hamstring. And then come back into a downward facing dog, hands flat onto the floor, step back. Inhale, bringing your hands to the mat, and then slowly chin and chest towards the floor as well. Inhale, any version of cobra or upper facing dog, and back into child pose. Oh, my microphone is... So stay here for a couple of breaths in child pose. And then move yourself back, hands and knees, downward facing dog. Bend both knees, look between your hands, and slowly step your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway up, and exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, float your chest up, and exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Lifting up the right leg, bringing that right foot all the way forward in between your hands and come up into a high lunge. Hands in front of your heart. And then straighten the front leg and bend it again. Straighten the front leg and bend it again. Opening up, warrior two. Take a deep breath in, lengthening the arms out. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, move your arms out. And exhale, gather the energy and bring it towards your heart. One more time. Inhale, arms out. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Stay here. Pivot your right foot towards the long side of the mat and find your Prasarita Padottanasana, forward folds with legs straight, hands into the hips. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, slowly come forward and down. You can keep your hands onto the hips. Relaxing the head, relaxing the nose, the cheeks, the jaw. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, come all the way up. Bringing the arms to the side. Bringing your right arm first under, your left arm over, and coming to eagle arms. Well, sorry for the microphone. I think I should. So we're having the eagle arms. I'm going to put it like this. And we're going to go forward with the eagle arms. So take a deep breath in here and exhale, come into a forward fold, but with the eagle arms. Breathe. And an inhale, come up. And exhale all the way out. Nice one. Opening up that right foot, bending the right knee, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, wave your hands down to a downward facing dog. Bringing the knees to the floor, and then come forward and down and bring your chin and chest to the floor. Come all the way to the stomach. Inhale any version of cobra or upper facing dog, and then press yourself back into child pose. Slowly come up, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Lifting up the left leg, bringing that left foot all the way forward, place it in between your hands, and then find your high lunge. Hands in front of your heart. Straighten the front leg, and bend it. Straighten the front leg slowly, and bend it again. Very nice. And then from here, we're opening up into a warrior two pose. Really straighten the arms out and then slowly bring your hands in front of your heart. Inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, bring everything towards your own center. One more time, arms out long, and exhale. And then stay here, hands to the hips, straighten that front leg, and pivot your left foot towards the long side of the mat. So keep your hands into the hips, elbows to the back. Take a deep breath in, find length. And on an exhale, forward fold and down into Prasarita Padottanasana. With your hands stay onto your hips. Breathe. On your next inhale, slowly come up and then come all the way out. Okay, then the left arm goes under, the right arm goes over into this eagle arms. Inhale, find length, and exhale, come forward fold, but this time with your eagle arms. And then slowly come up, strong legs, and then release, very good. Opening up that left foot, bending the left knee, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, wave your hands down to downward facing dog. Bringing the knees down to the floor, come forward and down. Bringing your stomach to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upper facing dog. And back into child pose. And then very slowly come back to a downward facing dog. And then you can move your hands towards your feet. You can bend your knees. And then hold with your two peace fingers, so your index finger and your middle finger. You can hold your big toe and you lock it up with your thumb. Take a deep breath in, come up halfway, creating space in your chest and your belly. And then exhale, forward fold and down. Breathe. Explore the inner world. And exploring does not mean that we always see nice things. It's really exploring, as if you're exploring a new country, a new track. Curious. Okay, let go of your toes and slowly roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. And then make a big step, but not as big as a warrior. So maybe maybe halfway a step with your right foot to the front. Both legs are super, super active, and hips are straight to the front of the mat. Take a deep breath in, find length, and exhale, forward fold over your right straight leg. So maybe you stay here, maybe you can reach the floor, or maybe you are lucky enough to have 2 blocks or 2 thick books at your living room, and then you can try to practice this with blocks. To just lift up a little bit, find a little bit more length. See if you can really keep your hips square and then fold over your right straight leg. Keep on breathing. And then very slowly come out again. And then we're gonna change to the other side. So left foot goes forward. Hands into the hips. Hips are pointing straight forward. Inhale, find length, activating the quadriceps. The legs are super, super, super active while you're coming forward. And then the hamstring will just say stop at one point, so you can stay here. You can relax a little bit forward, or maybe taking your books or blocks if you have anything. Then you can forward fold over your left leg. So it's a very intense forward fold. So bear with yourself. Listen to the signs. They're all guides from your inner guide. And then slowly come out, all the way up. And then step forward, all the way to the front of your mat, hands in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, step back, downward facing dog. And then bringing your knees to the floor, slowly come forward. This time with a really straight spine. Take a deep breath in, cobra or upper facing dog. And press yourself back, downward facing dog. Slowly come back to downward facing dog. And then bend both knees, look between your hands, step walk, or maybe you want to make a nice little hop. And then cross your feet and come into a seated posture. So we're going to go for some seated postures here. If you want, you can sit on something. Maybe you want to use a block or a pillow or a cushion to sit on top of it. Really activating the legs. Take a deep breath in, finding length. And on an exhale, slowly come forward and down. Every inhale finds a little bit more length. And every exhale, maybe sink a tiny little bit deeper. Never surrender your heart, smile. Really press your legs into the floor. Your shoulders are nice and soft. You can also hold the back of the side of your mat to be able to keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. And then slowly come out, bending the right knee. And then place the right heel really close to your right sitting bone. The left hand is next to you, lifting up the right arm. Really lengthening a reach. Now come forward and really imagine you want to reach something what's really far, just out of reach. Reach. Then bring your palm away from you and then start to wrap your own right leg. And then see if you can bind. See if you can just round the spine and come forward. And And then slowly come out. Then now bring the knee towards the side, seated tree pose. Take a deep breath in, strong left leg, and then come forward and down. And keep on breathing, keep tuning within. Explore your inner world. Slowly come out and then straighten the right leg. Now bending the left knee, placing the left heel really close toward your left sitting bone. Right hand next to you, lift up your left arm. Find length and then reach forward. Reach forward, palm away from you, and then move your arm around you and then grab. Grab whatever you can grab. Some teacher told me the wrapper is the grabber. So that means then you should wrap with your left hand, the right. But truly, I think you can just grab whatever. Maybe your t-shirt, maybe your leg. Okay, see if you can round and come into a forward fold here. And then slowly come out and then drop this knee to the side. We're into Janu Sirsasana, seated tree pose. Take a deep breath in and exhale, forward fold and down. Slowly come out and come into a seated Baddha Konasana. First with your spine straight, so hands behind you. Take a deep breath in, really find length. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you can come forward a little bit with a straight spine. But keep your spine really straight, so don't surrender your heart. Really open, front side. And then start to round the spine. And just maybe move a little bit with your neck from left to right. And slowly roll yourself out and then straighten out the legs. The legs are very active. Also here, maybe sit on something. Hands behind you, find length. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you can come forward with a straight spine. Breathe. So this looks really different with everyone. Forward folds are really there to tune in. So close your eyes can help you. And just acknowledge, hey, this is my body, this is my inner world. This is the only place I can learn from. This is the only place I truly, truly have at this moment. Okay, slowly release. And then we come towards the back. You're moving into a yin yoga pose. So for now, see if you can make that transition. Maybe take a nice deep breath. Reuse some muscles. We did a lot of forward folds. And now it's time to even go deeper within, because this is what yin yoga is offering us. There's so much time to explore. So for now, just stay laying down on your back. Hands on top of the knees. Maybe massage a little bit the spine. And then we're moving into a laying shoelace position. So we're bringing this right leg on top of the left, as if we're sitting onto a chair or something with cross-legged. And then you either hold your knees, or if you can, hold the side of your legs or maybe your ankles. Some of you can maybe hold the feet. And here we're just gonna stay for a couple of minutes. Dive into the stillness. But of course, the first moment, it's maybe not still at all. Just rebel a little bit with your posture, adjust. Place your hands really anywhere you like to place them. And it's like a nice little present of yourself, opening up the side of the hips. And then dive deep, deep into yourself. What is there? Softening the eyes. Let the gaze tune within. Loosening up the jaw. Very good. One more minute here. And you can of course always come out before I'm telling you, but try to stay present and ask yourself, why do I want to go out? Yin yoga can be always a bit challenging, but it's so healing and so relaxing at the same time, as you give yourself that time to explore, to time to get to know yourself. And then let's give ourselves 2 more deep breaths here. And then slowly release, placing both feet onto the earth again. Maybe placing the feet a little bit wider and let the knees come to touch. Or if you like, just straighten out both legs. And this is a really interesting time of the yin yoga. The moment that you come out of this pose, sometimes it's like an explosion of sensations or an explosion of relief. And all those sensations, they can help you to stay present. And this will go easier with time. First, you can only explore gross sensations, and when you practice this more often, all the subtle sensations become very more clear. So you get to know the language of your body. Slowly we're going to move over towards the other side. So left leg over the right. And then again, you can stay here, holding the knees, bringing the knees towards the chest, or sliding a little bit more down, grabbing maybe the shin bone, the ankles, or the feet. This side is maybe different, at least at my body, with my body, is really different. So I need to adjust. I have to hold my legs in a different place. But maybe after some time it will change again. So I'm going to be patient. I hope you can be patient too. We're going to stay here for about 3 minutes in this pose. And then we have nicely time to explore our inner world. What is there? With our eyes still closed, how can we possibly know that the rest of the body is still there? What is it what we feel? What is it what we experience as the body? If you're distracted, see if you can bring the focus back to the breath and maybe breathe in a little bit deeper. And then you're back again with the sensations of your body. And then we are already there, so 2 last deep breaths here in this pose. And then very slowly take your time to go out of this pose. To go out is also part of that very interesting moment of your yin practice. Sometimes it feels like those body parts are hardly anymore yours. So choose whether you want to have your legs straight or maybe keep your knees bent, your feet a bit wider and your knees to touch. And slowly start to move your body again, maybe your wrist, your hands, your face. And then bringing the knees into the chest, making a couple of nice rocking movements here. And then I want to add a forward fold. So you can just roll towards the side or rock and roll forward and backwards. And I've got a couple of options for you. So option 1, is the butterfly pose. We already did it, but now we're gonna stay long in this pose. You're gonna maybe support your head with some blocks, or you can put your blocks outside to protect your knees, or just to release a little bit of the tension. And we're rounding the spine, we're just hanging forward completely. So option 1, butterfly pose. Option 2, caterpillar pose. Straight legs. It's also the pose we already did, but active. Now we can round the spine. And we just let the pose unfold by itself. And today, even a third option, straddle pose or dragonfly, relaxing the legs. So the legs are not active, so the feet are probably going inwards or outwards. And then you're coming forward as well. So choose your option, butterfly, caterpillar, or straddle or dragonfly pose. Now I'm gonna go for butterfly. That's really, I think, my favorite pose. And but choose, and if you have no idea, just choose one, because the mind will always, after 1 or 2 minutes, think like, I should have chosen the other pose. So just stick with the pose you choose, and then we're gonna stay there for about 3-4 minutes. So slowly enter this pose. Allow the spine to round. And maybe it looks different at you. It does not matter. You can place your hands anywhere you like to place them. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck. Really try to surrender in this forward fold. I'm gonna stay here a while so we can really let ourselves sink into our body. There's a lot of time to explore the world inside of us, but of course there's also a lot of space to distract ourselves. So be mindful, be aware. Every forward fold, we're stretching the back of the body. It's the bladder, the blast meridian. So if you suddenly need to pee, that can be an outcome. And then I would say, listen to your body, always just go. Also, when you're in a group class, always go. Your body gives a sign. See if you can maybe, that you already sink a little bit deeper in the pose. Not because of willpower, not because you need to go more forward. There's nothing there, really. I tell you, there's nothing there. I also ask people who are coming more and more forward than me, I also ask them what's there. They also said, no, there's nothing there. So, but only where you are, there is something. So check in where you are, because there's the place to heal, there's the place to transform, there's the place to practice. Become very still and silent with yourself. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen to your breath. And then take your last deep breath in here. Very slowly we come out. Embrace all the stiffness, what comes along with coming out. And then we're going into a rebound again. So slowly come either into a beach pose where you can just lean onto your elbows here, or come lay down completely onto your back. And then we're moving towards the last yin pose of this class. It's going to be a twist. And see if we can do a twisted root twist today. So you're going to bring your right leg over the left. And then you're going to just lift up your hip a tiny little bit. And bringing the hip a bit towards the right. So only your left buttocks come back towards the floor. The right buttocks is up into the air. And then you're going to slowly guide your knees over towards the left. And then I like to always place a block or a pillow under my knees so I can actually keep my right shoulder onto the floor as well. And this can be, of course, a whole tower. You can also just use your own hand. And if the twisted root twist is not working for you, then just choose any nice twist what's working for your body. Surrender in this twist. Feel the side of the body, feel the belly rising and falling. Relaxing the jaw, the face, the eyes. And choose which position you want to make with your neck. Maybe you want to look over towards the right for an extra twist in your neck. Maybe you like to keep your neck more neutral, then look up. Or even look over towards the left. It can be a nice relaxation pose for your neck. The position of your right arm has also a lot to do with the stretch or the stress you're feeling into the right shoulder. Are you still here, present with yourself? Or are you already flying far, far away? And then if that's the case, it's a beautiful opportunity to say thank you and bring your focus back to yourself. There where you can only feel and find divinity. So very good. Take another last deep breath here in this twist. Slowly we're going to make our way out back towards the center. Have a moment here Placing the hips back to the center. Feeling all the sensations of your body. And then we're slowly moving over towards the other side. So we're going to place the left leg over the right. And I'm going to lift up my hips. I'm going to guide them a bit towards the left side of the mat. And I'm only placing my right buttocks back to the floor. And then I'm going to guide my knees over towards the right. I'm supporting my knees maybe with a block or a pillow. And then I'm going to bring my upper body back to the left so my left shoulder can more or less relax as well. You can also place, of course, a blanket under your left shoulder. I know it's nice to feel a stretch, but you don't want to have the stretch too much that you cannot relax anymore. So make the pose working for you so you can relax. Stay present. There's the breath. There's the floor supporting your body. What else is there? Just a couple of more breaths here. One more last deep breath here. And then slowly make your way back towards the center again. And before we go into Shavasana, just place your hips back and feel the first shoot you can feel when you're going out of this Yin Yoga pose. And then maybe move your body a little bit, moving your knees from left to right. Maybe your knees up into the chest, maybe a happy baby pose. Whatever there's needed for you to come into Shavasana. We're going to have a final Shavasana. Just 2 minutes here, laying flat onto your back. Relaxing the toes. Relaxing the feet. Relaxing the ankles. Relaxing the shin bone. Relaxing the calf muscles. Relaxing the thighs, and relaxing the hamstrings, and relaxing the hips, the buttocks, the glutes, and the pelvis is heavy, the hips is heavy. Relaxing the belly and the navel area, the stomach area, the chest. Relaxing the lower back, the mid back, and the upper back. Relaxing the side of your body, the flanks. Relaxing the shoulders. Let the shoulders become heavy. Relaxing the throat and the neck. Relaxing the trapezius muscle, the back of the neck towards the shoulders, in between the shoulder blades. Relaxing the arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrist, and relaxing the hands and the fingers. Relaxing your body completely as one. Relaxing the face, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks. Relaxing the mouth, the lips. Relax. 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 And then slowly start to wiggle your fingers again. And of course, if you want, you can stay a little bit longer in Shavasana. And otherwise, just wake up, stretch your body out. Make yourself small, make yourself really large and big. And then roll towards the side. And then come towards a seat. Maybe keep your eyes still closed. And just for a moment, sit here in your meditation, exploring your inner world, knowing that there's nothing really there in the outer world that can make you more happy, that can make you more present, that can make you more beautiful, that can make you more you, than everything what's there inside of you. It's there already. And slowly bring both hands together in front of your heart. And then let's finish with one Om. Exhale completely, all the air out, out, out. Take a deep breath in. And bow deep, deep to that only teacher of truth, you. Bow to yourself. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining this beautiful practice, looking for your inner world. Well, I hope you liked it. Please write any comments below. I always really like to read them to stay a little bit in contact with you. Of course, I also hope to see you soon in real life again. So stay in contact and join me for my next class. Bye bye.